Good evening, everyone. My name is Abi Bipa David, MD Elders Agro Services. Well, thank you for watching our previous videos. Today is exactly a day before the arrival of our new day-old chicks. I said I was going to have this video so that to prepare ourselves for the arrival, the things we ought to do a night before their day-old chicks. Well, the best thing you should do, especially the night before the arrival, is to have a proper view of everything you feel that you should have done that you have not done. What I'm trying to say is this: there are certain procedures or certain things you're supposed to have gotten ready before the arrival of the day-old chicks, and it's better you do them a day before they arrive, which is certainly like today. Well, we had the other video in the morning, and I promised that in the evening I'll take you around on some few things. Now, if you come over this way, I want to bring you to understand part of my checklist. This is my charcoal. I've already heat some already. Well, this is my sawdust. You know, I'd earlier shown us how to lay cartons and other ways, and other things. So, now if we come forward here, I have my feed. For the sake of these beds, I'm going to be using the Ultima Poultry feed. As you can see, it's super started. Then I'm always sure of the crude content. If you could bring the camera a little bit closer, you see I have a crude content of 22.0%. You should also note that anytime you want to buy feed, you should check its expiry date to be sure of what you're buying, so that you would not have issues with bad feed, because you want the birds to grow. So this is the feed I'll be using. It's a wonderful feed anyway, Ultima Poultry feed. We have other good feeds too. We have Mako, we have Amtech, we have Top, we have Vital, so many. We even have Hybrid. So whatever works for you, depending on where you are, go for the best, because once you have the best feed for your birds at the early stages, well, it will give them the needed push in growth that you desire. Also, like I said the other day, I have my drinkers here ready. I have my feed trays ready, and they're all cleaned and waiting for the arrival. I have my drinkers all washed, disinfected, and ready for use. Now, what do I do a day before the arrival, especially in the evening? Walk with me. Now, this is the brooder house, you all know it. Is to ensure that, like I said earlier in the first video, I lay my cartons. You can see how it is now once there's light. I have not fully fixed all the bulbs, and that's because, not if the bulbs are not there, they are there, but I'll be doing that first thing tomorrow morning. So, but what do I do a night before? A night before the arrival in the morning, I start the process of heating up my brooder, making everywhere comfortable and warm enough for the arrival. As you can see here, you have my coal pot. This is what I use. I told you I have a charcoal pot, and this is what I use. I have two of it, and they try to spread the heat. You know, I have both the up and down. Now, the essence of having the coal pot heated up in the night is to ensure that the temperature that is needed for those birds to come in is gotten. Now, once I heat them up this night, throughout the night the next morning, the only thing I need to do is to add some coal to it and heat them up pending the arrival of the birds. Well, that will come when I get the call, and I should be leaving to go and get them tomorrow morning. Okay, so when I get the birds, on bringing them back, the whole place ought to be warm for them to acclimatize and get used to the environment. Now, I know that some people have issues with their coal pots. I have people who fill them up to the brim. You can bring the camera closer, but be careful of the light. You have people fill them up to the brim, but I don't do that. Rather, I take them to 1/3 of the pot itself, and then I light it up. And then when it heats up and it's properly heated, I then add more coal. When I see that everywhere is heated up, I add more coal. If you bring it up to this other one here, you can see how hot it is. You see it very well. It's very hot. Take it down a little bit closer. You see it now. It is 1/3. It's not full. So once everywhere is heated up, I add coal. Now, the essence of why I do this is that once I make them 1/3 of its normal gauge, and I put coal like 1/3, I don't mean half, I mean 1/3 of it. Once the coal is saturated, the smokes have gone out. Once I add more coal to it, it doesn't bring out all those flames that could be stand as a problem to the birds, especially bringing respiratory problems. You want them to breathe properly. You're looking for heat, so you shouldn't allow the gases that come out of it to be a problem to it. Now, I know we'll talk about lightning later. I just wanted to let you know how my brooder is in the night before the arrival. There's going to be a next video, and we're going to have a very serious talk. Some of us are scared. Someone gave me a call and said poultry business is risky, and I told the person to wait for the next video that is coming, because I will explain what risky means in business. But be that as it may, I just wanted you to see it, so you can see it's heating up, and once it's heated up to a point, I add more coal, and the whole night it stays and heats up the brooder. And then in the morning I add more coal, and in the morning I also add more coal, and I leave to go and bring my day-old chicks. It's going to be an exciting journey for 6 to 8 weeks, you and I, in trying to have poultry management as its best to raise good broiler beds. Not just good, big and healthy broiler beds. My name is Ebiyan by David, MD Elders Agro Services. I want to expect that you've learned a thing or one or two in trying to understand how to raise your own beds properly. Please subscribe, hit the notification button so that you will have those prompts to tell you on when we have more videos. One other thing I want you to know, please endeavor to comment. Feel free. Let's talk to each other so that we could all grow. The poultry world is all about we talking to ourselves, sharing our experiences, and those ways are what we need in order to raise healthy birds for ourselves and for our society. Like I said, Elders Agro Services is all about our identity through quality, and well, that quality comes from hard work. So please, the number is still 080-3359-6301. My name is Ebiyan by Abita. I'll see you soon where we could talk seriously. God bless.